Corbin, Iroquois, about the staff. Anybody up there? How are you going to make clear to the staff, or the staff make clear to you what needs to be done? I.e., illegal buildings going up at the marina, eviction at Carman House, which is a farce. What's the difference between the two? Well, to me, it's not right. We as taxpayers should be getting service from the staff and elected council support. Which one of you will comment on this or do something?
You can ask Kristen Gardner and Jim Brandy and that, please. Actually, we'll do Jim first and then Kristen to keep it going.
Well, like I said before, I think the staff hasn't been given clear enough guidelines of what is expected and when the answers. I know with the marina, I don't know how that got out of hand. We have members that sit on that committee. What happened there, I don't know. That should have been brought back to the council by the member. I can't understand how that happened. But if the staff, again, are given guidelines and told when they're supposed to get back with this stuff, council meets every two times a month. If they have to meet more often to deal with this stuff, then do it.
That's a great question. Lots of folks are frustrated about that. It's a mess. I mean, let's just call it what it is. You're not going to walk in there and just magically wave a magic wand and fix it. For the Carman House situation, in my professional experience, whenever a staff member is given direction, if they do not follow through, it's called insubordination. And I would question why there wasn't some follow through and investigation, perhaps, to figure out what went on as far as that. It's enough, you know, you can't sit back and say we're frustrated and it's not right and whatever. There actually has to be follow through with this. And marina buildings going up, I can't even get over that. Obviously, there needs to be more connected council, folks that are willing to actually drive there. You can't make all the decisions around the council table. Sometimes you actually have to roll up your sleeves and actually go see what's going on. And that needs to happen, and then follow up.
The last bill, you is the third candidate to comment on that bill.
The whole issue is a fiasco. The Carman House is not something that just happened in the last 2 years. The building code changed back in the 80s, I believe, where that building should have been brought up to fire code. It was never done. Staff that we had employed did not do their job. They did not bring the information to council telling us the condition of the building so we could put money into it and fix it. I'm willing to take blame for stuff that we did or did not do. I am not about to take blame for staff that did not do their job. We have some of them here now that were responsible for that building. The issue with the marina, yes, we knew there was a building to go up, but so did our building department. My opinion is the building official should have been out there and stopped it as soon as he knew the building was going up with no permit. It's not up to council to tell him what his job is. He knows it. We pay enough money for it. So the whole thing rolls out to some of the staff that we have that are not doing their job.
As an employer, like what Bill's saying here, I disagree. You got to work with your employees. They're only as good as the people that's directing them. And I've been through it. If you try to buck the system, your employee's going to not give you as much as they can. Like everyone's got to work together, and everyone's talking about this Carman House and everything. It's fine. But there's everyone, if they work together, things get done a lot better. Like the employees, I know if they're directed, take accountability. accountability, fine. But you gotta help them too. You just don't say, well, we're gonna do this and do that. Like, everyone has to take part.
I think, I guess the one thing I'll start with is to say that I guess in 40 years of working in the private sector and in the last 14 years in public education, I don't think I've ever seen anybody basically go home from work and be proud that they did a bad job. Everybody wants to do a good job. I've rarely seen anybody that doesn't want to do a good job. So if there's a problem, it's normally communication, lack of direction. Some of the questions are really related to this. Any committees, any organizations I've ever belonged to, if you've got issues that are action issues, those need to be brought forward to meetings. The council doesn't all manage the staff. You do have a CEO that has the responsibility. Make sure the communication is clear, the expectations are clear, but make sure there's also a system in place for follow-up so that when that next meeting happens and it's 2 weeks later and you ask them to do repairs on the Carman House for $35,000, I'm not sure how it didn't get to council sooner for somebody to say, look, we think we need to spend $14,000. How does that get dragged on for a long period of time? How does $14,000 get spent out of a $35,000 budget without that communication coming back and being resolved? So in my experience in management, it's a process issue. Let's deal with the process. Let's stop blaming people. Fix the process so that we can get on with things.